Hi, so today we have a Samsung Tab E or Tab A, the 7-inch version with a broken charging port. Now normally on these tablet boards, because of the larger thermal mass, it's a pain in the ass changing, or it's a real pain changing these components with plastic in them, because they melt and you also don't want to heat the board up too much. So I'm going to demonstrate how I do this repair, and hopefully I'll make it look easy. I'll also talk you through my steps and how and why I do them. So looks pretty dirty and gross too on the top, but yeah. Oh, and I'll show you the broken port. So if you see here, it is right messed up. So I'll switch over to the microscope camera, and then I'll give you a look again. Focus. Yeah, I think that's the best focus I can get on this, unless I zoom out maybe. Wow, that's awful. Unless I didn't focus it right. There we go. It's my eyes that were awful. Can't see at a distance. Okay, so that's the broken charging port. So now, the next thing to do is we shall preheat this board. Now, according to the standard soldering rules and guidelines, wait, let me actually sit properly. Let me move stuff out of the way. It can go there. All right. Okay, so according to the ISO guidelines, you are supposed to preheat the board anyway, because it makes soldering a lot easier. So in such an instance, my large hot air gun delivers enough volume of air that it preheats the board much faster than using the standard hot air machine. Now in this part of the process, I like to take my time and ensure that the board is properly hot all over. Once it's at temperature, then you'll see that the actual soldering part will be easy as pie. Also, preheating the board avoids warping. If you don't preheat the board and go at it with your standard hot air gun, with the hot air machine, you tend to warp the board because of uneven heat transfer. Alright, so now we'll put some flux on. Gotta work quick. And then Now what temperature you set your hot air station to depends on the tools you're working with. So it will be different than the temperatures my tools work on. So as you can see, the port came off very easily. Just give me 1 second. Let me switch on the carbon air filter, because I would prefer not to die of lead poisoning. That's too large of a tip. Alright, I was just getting my soldering iron ready. Now we'll put some more flux on the board and we'll tin these pads with leaded solder. It has a lower melting temperature, so makes putting the port on much easier. Alright, so now the board should still be warm enough that we can put the port on without too much difficulty, but it's not a bad idea to assist it a little bit by heating things back up again. Now, because the board is still fairly warm, we don't need to spend as much time preheating it, because get it, it's already there. So now, put the port on, sort of resting like that, and then we blast it with heat. And as you can see, it sinks in. There we go, sunk in. Just took a second. Just move it to make sure it is on. Get a quick blast once more. Perfect. I just gave it that quick blast of heat just to remelt the solder and to make sure it there's no cold solder joints. Now, cold solder joints typically form if you put the if you move the component while you're putting it on there, so then the solder doesn't solidify properly. Molecular bonds don't form correctly. Alright, so now we shall wipe it clean. I don't need to retin any of those joints because they have formed really well. As you can tell, the soldering job was perfect. We'll clean the inside of the port, remove all traces of flux. And that'll be that. And then once I reassemble the device, I'll show you that it is charging. Alright, we'll take a quick look at the port under the scope. Alright, so as you can see, that looks gorgeous. So now I'll reassemble this and show you that it works. Alright, so let me switch over to the webcam. And then we'll plug the battery in. So let me plug the battery into the ammeter. That would not have been good. Excuse me. Alright, let me just switch the camera. I have the ammeter right here. I have the charging port right there. Plug that in. Immediate 1/2 amp current draw. And no display yet. Might be because the battery is super dead. There you go. We got display. And 1 amp current draw. Device is charging successfully. Let me unplug that and plug it in. I'll be right there. Plug. Replug. And charging. Repair was a success.